Hello everyone, and welcome to our Food Adventures. Today is number 5 of our carnival theme, and we are doing a ooey gooey delicious Philly cheesesteak. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get cooking, shall we? So to get our going with our Philly cheesesteaks, we're going to preheat oven to 375. Alright, so I got a beautiful ribeye that I'm going to use for my Philly cheesesteaks. I'm going to throw this in the freezer because it's going to be easier to slice against the grain when it's frozen. So we're just going to freeze it for about 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, so while we're waiting on our ribeye to freeze up a little bit, I got half an onion and a bell pepper. And I'm going to slice the bell pepper, but before I do that, I'm going to stick the onion in the freezer. That way I don't cry like a little baby. Alright, so we're just going to cut the top off of the green bell pepper. Just take your knife and just go around the top, just like that. Only that way you have to do is just rip open the top and take the little guts out. Gonna cut the bell pepper in half, cut it in half again. Same with the other side. And we're just gonna cut these into nice little strips. Okay, we're gonna take our onion out of the plastic wrap. And it's been freezing for about 5-10 minutes, you know, just enough to freeze up those enzymes. And we're just gonna cut this in nice little strips, just like the bell pepper. Alright, onion's been sliced, and we're going to add to the same bowl as the bell peppers. You may have to break it up a little bit just to loosen up the rings, but it should be pretty easy. Alright, so I got a nice sub bun here, and feel free to use whatever bread you prefer. I like the sub buns because they toast rather nicely and they still hold their shape really well. So what I'm going to do is just take a bread knife, and we're going to slice this bad boy in half. And we're going to stick this in the oven just until it's slightly toasted. You don't want to do too long, but just long enough that it has a nice little char to it. Alright, so we're going to get a large skillet right here. We're going to set this to about medium heat. We're just going to drizzle some regular olive oil right into the saute pan. Alright, so our sub buns came out of the oven, so while they're still warm, I'm going to rub some garlic on them. And that will add just a nice little settled garlic flavor to the bread. And I just took a garlic clove and just cut it in half. So simple as that, folks. Alright, so we're going to dump our peppers and onions, and that's the sizzle you want to hear. And we're just going to flavor these bad boys with good old salt, some black pepper, and then some good old garlic powder. I know I added some garlic to the bread, but you can never have enough garlic, right? And we're just going to saute this until the peppers and onions are nice and caramelized. So it's about 5 minutes or so. But just keep an eye on it and just give it a nice stir every now and then. Alright, so our peppers and onions have been sauteing for about 7 minutes, and look at that. Look at that beautiful color. Alright, so we're going to set this aside for just a moment. Alright, so our ribeye has been in the freezer for about 25 minutes, and we're going to cut against the grain, but we're going to do nice thin strips. But like, see how easy that was? Just by freezing it does a wonderful job of that. Alright, very simple seasoning for our ribeye. Just good old salt, some black pepper, some good old garlic powder. I know I add garlic powder in each layer, but you can never have enough garlic. Alright, just get that nice, mix just to thoroughly combine the seasoning. That way each bit of the ribeye is well flavorful and has enough seasoning on it. Alright, so our skillet is nice and hot, so we're going to add our ribeye. You're going to get a nice sizzle. That's exactly what you want. Ooh, look at that sizzle, so good. Alright, remember our peppers and onions from earlier? We're just going to add that back into the skillet. It smells so good in here, just between the steak, the peppers and onions, the simple seasoning, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. But I do have one more ingredient I'm going to add, my little secret touch to bring this all together. So we're just going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Alright, just give that another stir, and we can shut the heat off because it is done. Well, partly done. Alright, so remember our sub buns from earlier, so what we're going to do is we're going to add our lovely peppers, onions, and steak. Oop, get back on there, little guy. Can't have a Philly cheesesteak without some provolone cheese, right? Alright, we're going to put this back in the oven just for a couple minutes until the cheese is melted. Won't take very long, I promise. Oh, look at that beautiful melted cheese. I could just eat it right now. It's so good. But there you have it, folks. My Philly cheesesteak.